The end of it wasn't a discovery that we didn't love each other. It was the crushing realization that we loved each other out of sync. We were always reading from the same book, just 2 different pages. His name was Julian. He was the kind of person who remembered the first time he saw you, the name of your childhood dog, and your exact coffee order even years later. He was my safe harbor. The trouble was, Julian was a homebody, built for comfort, routine, and the beautiful permanence of a quiet life. I was 25 and on fire. I had a ridiculous need to be completely unstable, to live out of a suitcase, learn a new skill every 3 months, and say yes to any spontaneous adventure, no matter how illogical. We would spend a whole evening planning a future that was, in reality, impossible. He'd talk about painting the nursery a soft yellow, and I'd be looking up tickets to an obscure music festival in Iceland. We were building 2 different houses on the same foundation. The moment the realization solidified was during a classic movie night. We were bundled up on the couch, eating popcorn. Julian put his arm around me, and I felt that deep, familiar sense of warmth. Then, the narrator in the movie said a line that hit me like a physical blow. The only tragedy in life is the moment when you realize you are ready, but the life around you wasn't. I didn't hear it that way. I heard, I am ready for the life we both want, but he is not ready for the life I need right now. And I knew he felt the inverse. He was ready to settle down, and I was still mid-takeoff. I looked at his face in the flickering light of the screen. He was already a perfect husband in my mind. 10 years from now, when the need for constant chaos had finally burned out of me, he would be the absolute, undeniable, flawless match. But love doesn't get a timeout. It doesn't allow you to say, wait for me, I'll catch up to your life in a decade. I gently unwrapped myself from his arm. Julian, I whispered, you are my favorite person, and you deserve a life that starts today, not in 10 years. When I finally finished running away from my own youth, he turned off the movie. The room went black, and the silence was heavy, but clear. We are the right people, he said, his voice flat with sadness. We just have the wrong timeline. That was the most romantic thing I have ever heard during a breakup. It wasn't about a fault in our love, but a fault in our moment. It was an acknowledgement that what we had was perfect, and precisely because it was perfect, we shouldn't damage it by forcing it into the wrong time. We broke up by writing each other a letter. Not angry, not sad, but a letter to the other person about who we were going to become in the next 10 years. It was a promise to love the person they would be, even if we weren't next to them. We folded them up, sealed them, and decided never to send them, keeping them as a secret reminder that our love existed in the future, if not the present. We said goodbye with a long, slow hug at his front door. There was no bitterness, only the lingering ache of a beautiful, unfinished symphony. I eventually moved overseas, chased my chaos, and lived the unstable life I craved. And Julian? He found a lovely, grounded partner and built the soft yellow nursery he always wanted. We haven't spoken in years, but sometimes, on a quiet night, I pull out that sealed envelope, the perfect letter we never sent. And I smile, because I know that somewhere out there the love we had is still safe, preserved perfectly on its own quiet, steady timeline.